when they was sitting in the living room and Leon was doing this, I came back from royalty friend crib. Yeah, I'm spilling the tea. Guess what? It was so fun. Better than royalty.
Hey y'all, it's Destiny, and yes, it looks like CJ So Cool is actually done with Leon. We know all of this time he kept saying he wants Leon to move with him. He wants to spend money on him, take him out. He wants to give him a car. He wants to get him new clothes, take him shopping, new shoes, all of that. But I guess after what Leon posted on his Instagram, CJ must have saw that and he said, you know what, forget it. So if there's anybody that doesn't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to show you what Leon posted on his Instagram. This is Leon's real Instagram. So he said, bruh, I don't like you. I don't want to collab with you. And I don't want to live with you. But I appreciate the stuff we did with each other. We all helped each other. And I ain't going to respect anyone who don't respect my fam. You ain't no type of role model or anything to look up to. This is sad, bruh. Stop speaking on me. So that's what Leon had to say, and I guess CJ saw this somehow, and this is what CJ had to say.
Did y'all see Leonidas' story? It made it to the shade room, man. It appears that royalty is typing on Leon's story.
Now, I was thinking this too. Either she typed it or maybe she told him to write that. I'm not sure. But I definitely think it is a possibility that maybe Leon does actually feel this way.
But either way, just in case it was actually him, I'm here to let you know, Leon. I was telling you anyway. You actually thought I was going to let you stay? You got me messed up. Did you touch Kamari? I had to battle the hard way. I never knew you was doing that stuff. Now I know you never invited to my crib. You ain't getting no chat call. You ain't getting no Hellcat. And you ain't getting no money.
So CJ said Leon faced after he found out he was never invited anyway. CJ also said, how come people taunt you and when you stand up, they run? He also said, nah, nation, don't cry now. You had so much to say about my daughter and I'm tired of being silent. CJ also said, funny thing is his mama be wearing the old clothes I bought for him. Is that true? And then CJ said, Kamari just called me and told me something bad about Leon.
I said royalty friends was the reason she hated me. They said, she was low-key fine. Shit, like she way better than royalty. And guess who they was talking about? A girl that I actually left royalty for a day when we broke up. When I came back home, royalty and her kids was in my house. That's where that red video came from. When they was sitting in the living room and Leon was doing this, I came back from royalty friend crib. Yeah, I'm spilling the tea. Guess what? It was so fun. Better than royalty. Her shit was old and dry. And her friends was way good like pie.
So he was cheating. Okay, so that's why in that video, the red video where the girls are saying you cheat way too many times, you cheat too much. Now it makes sense why they said that. But how would they even know? Well, CJ did say that Charlene would talk about the relationship issues with the children. So obviously that's how they found out.
I said, we tried to tell them. When we catch them, it was up. They said, Kamari was throwing them hands. And guess what? When she come back down here in a few days, she gonna beat Nation up. Yeah, it's not a threat, it's a promise. And believe that. I said, I bet he wish he could still fit them clothes. You said, gang, he probably mad because you going in on his mama. I don't give a fuck. That's what he get for picking the wrong side. He could have been over here. Was it so cool, eating good. But instead, he over there with Nation, sharing his food. What a shame. Crazy ass lame.
No, nobody needs to fight.
My girl Nay, what's good? She said, they did you so wrong, CJ gang. I'm glad you finally bashed it for what they did. Exactly. I'm so sick and tired of seeing a little bit of percentage of comments saying negative things, literally negative things like, oh my God, he too grown for this. Shut your ass up. I'm so glad we got people like me in this planet because everybody seen what they did to me and then they just sat back and was quiet. Nobody was in my comments. Nobody gave it my defense. I just stuttered. Oops. But yeah, none of y'all have my back. All y'all that don't got my back now. I'm on Snapchat with it. What's up?
One thing CJ did say is that when Kamari went out there to see him and spend time with him, she told him that he needs to stand up for himself. And CJ said that was the reason that he started doing all this. CJ was very quiet for a long time, and Life with Royalty, her children, her mom, everybody over there continued to make videos trying to make it seem like the allegations were true. They're writing in diaries like last year.
That's crazy. I just posted a picture of Leon, and they said those the same shoes him and his sisters keep sharing. Exactly. The last time he ever had shoes was in my video. So if you want the proof, go back to the archives, and you will see the last shoes they ever had is the same shoes they ever got. They don't have anything. They got them Converses, and Leon threw them bitches in the garbage as soon as they got home. Talking about he gave his mama a hug, and then he ran when the camera came. He don't love his mama. Talking about he on his story talking crap to see this so cool. That's not him. That's royalty.
Let me know, y'all. CJ is saying that comment that Leon posted on his Instagram, that came from Charlene. So who do you think wrote that? Leon himself? Charlene? Was it a combination of both of them? Let me know in the comments.
I said, how come people taunt you, and then when you stand up and then try to defend yourself, they want to get all mad? They said, because you got on their ass. Exactly. What did they think I would do? I don't know, but I'm not them. I'm me. And I always do the same thing. And they already knew what I would do. That's why I'm flaming they stupid ass. I said, ask me anything. And they said, man, if it was anything, you made them. If it was not for you, then they wouldn't even be known on the internet. Exactly. Finally, somebody with a brain is commenting. I honestly want to give you $100, but you forgot to give me your Cash App. Nevertheless, I love you, and I'm wishing blessings on your family.
So, of course, a lot of people are always saying that if it wasn't for the children, CJ would have never became famous like he is today. But I think a better question is, if the children and Charlene were never put on his channel, would anybody know them?
Drea is commenting on a picture of me, Jinx, Royalty, CJ and Royalty's hand, CJ on 32s, Marty Mar, D-Lo, Jaaliyah, Nation, and Leon. I said, yeah, all them people were snakes. They said, what about your bro Jinx? He was not included in that, clearly. He was on the other side, actually. He was with me. The other people is out of there. And all them doing bad. And if they doing better, I don't care. I said, she the problem, referring to Royalty, because she was always allowing her kids to be in the drama. And they said, I don't know why Carnation with a C instead of a K. That's funny. I like that. It's in the drama with you and Royalty, shaking my head. Exactly. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. And that's why I'm going to keep on flaming Carnation until she falls. No matter what, even if she do fall, her teeth got airbags. She gonna be safe anyway, so she ain't got nothing to worry about. But they on the other end, her arm got broke when she fell. So I really, really, really wish that Royalty would get her shit together, because all them falling around her is not working.
This man said Carnation has airbags on her teeth. But in my opinion, I really think that he's doing this to Carnation because Carnation was over there talking about Kamari.
I said, ask me anything. They said, how do you feel about putting lies in your kids, the twins' head? Me personally, they too young for her to be involving those innocent kids. Royalty being very petty for an adult. Exactly. And now I'm on the internet yelling and shit. They want to act like I'm being the pettiest one. Royalty is literally the lamest human being on earth. All she's ever done is things none of us would ever do. Let me start from the beginning. First thing she said was Kamari made Dea drink toilet water.
Now see y'all, this is where it got started. Now for years, Life with Royalty wanted us to believe that she cared about Kamari just like her own children. But every single time she left CJ, and it was documented on YouTube, did you ever hear her asking about Kamari? Did we ever hear her saying how's she doing? Did we even hear her say happy birthday to Kamari on a video? In my opinion, I don't think Charlene ever liked Kamari at all. I think it was an act. So for her to try to get on here and convince everybody, or try to convince everybody that Kamari gave Cordea toilet water to drink, it just goes to show you that she's never liked this child.
Then she said, Kamari touched Dea.
And here we have it. Charlene has been trying to convince everybody that everybody is trying to touch her children. The weirdest part to me is the fact that she wants people to believe that everybody's doing stuff to her children, but she continues to bring her children around random people all the time. Can you imagine bringing your children around a man that was kicked off the football team because he likes to threaten to unalive people. He was also caught on videos doing substances. The behavior does not line up. You would think she would try to protect her children a little bit more.
Then she said, Lexi touched there.
Yes, did y'all hear about that? She even tried to accuse Lexi of touching Cordelia. Why is it always Cordelia? The more I hear this, the more it just makes me wonder, what did Charlene go through as a child? Is there something that nobody knows? Is Tanya over there not telling something? Maybe Charlene should sit down with her mother and have a conversation about her childhood.
Then she said, I touched Jaaliyah. Then she said, Rico didn't push CJ. When CJ clearly told me that Rico was over there trying to teach him how to box and punching him. When CJ is my son, he don't lie. Royalty coached her kids to lie. There's a difference. And not only that, Royalty got her kids, which is my kids, around a crackhead. I don't care what you say. Anybody doing alcohol, pills, junkie type activities, you are a lame and a loser. And while you're around my kids, when my kids are clearly a famous family, what is wrong with you, Royalty? Get it together. I said Royalty does voodoo. They said, I feel like you will still have a lot of money if Royalty and her kids never came into the picture. I swear I'm in a good side of the internet today, bruh. Snapchat is the only place I feel comfortable. All of y'all over here are straight up logical thinkers. And I swear, I love it. I get my energy through the roof. And that's why I'm yelling. So anybody want to ask me why I'm yelling, that's why I'm yelling. Y'all gave me energy. Every time I look at my Snapchat comments, it's always good. I don't even have to check no more. Every last one of y'all know what's up. Let's get it. Melba said, next thing he gonna be the one who said you touched him. Wow.
You know what's funny? I was actually thinking this. What if Charlene and her family came up with a plan and said, yeah, Leon, you go over there and you get all this information on him, or you get all this money, or you try to set him up. How do we know that she wouldn't do that?
Oh, honestly, let me stop yelling real quick. That was a good one. I don't want Leon in my crib, because you right. It's a setup for the jump. Royalty already in his head anyway. And she might already told him, if you go over there, now make sure you run the script. Fuck that. Leon, you a savage, and you 86 from the property. You can never come back. Now what? I'm going to steal your Hellcat that you ain't even got no more, and I'm going to sell it to somebody else. Matter of fact, I'm going to give it to Kamari, and I'm going to have her crash it. I said, it's not normal for a stepdad to pay $3,000 a month for a kid to be trained. That's because I was getting Leon trained by Kevin at Lifetime Fitness, and it cost $3,000 a month because we was getting 24 sessions a month. Anyway, they said Royalty need to go ahead and give Leon back. I'm now saying, forget Leon and that Hellcat. He can't come back. Matter of fact, I'm moving. I ain't even finna be here no more. So if anybody gave him my low, it's over. I'm out of here.
If you really think about it, Life with Royalty, aka Charlene, won't even allow her children to speak to their own father. There is no way she would allow Leon to be over there with CJ.
I said, how come people taunt you and then when you stand up, they run? They said they make the biggest troll mad, and they not lying. I love being a troll, but I always have to control myself, which sucks because the first letters of control is con. So every time you guys was con to me, I had to be in myself. Now I get to control myself and be a troll.
Y'all gotta let me know what you think about this situation. What do you think about CJ changing his mind and not wanting Leon over there? Do you think Charlene would ever send Leon over there just to do her dirty work? Just let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will definitely see you in the next one.